The house was too clean. No dishes, no wine stains, no sign of laughter, just silence stitched too tight. The scent of lavender candles couldn't hide the copper in the air. Her purse was still on the chair. Her phone kept ringing on the counter. Unknown number. I watched it vibrate again and again until it stopped. Outside, the lake glimmered under the porch light, calm as a liar's face. Someone had already rewritten the night, but not well enough. There's always something left behind. A smear, a sound, a second that doesn't fit. The guests said she left early. They smiled when they said it. Too polished, too rehearsed. No one leaves a dinner party without their shoes, their phone, and their keys. I walked through the living room slowly, tracing the shape of absence. There was a photo on the mantel. Same group, same faces, except one. A frame removed, its outline cleaner than the rest. Someone had erased her before she disappeared. The husband poured coffee for the detectives. Steady hands, measured voice. But when I asked who called her last, his throat moved before his lips did. That's the body's first betrayal. It remembers before the mind does. By morning, the stories began to crack. The neighbor heard shouting, but it was probably laughter. The best friend claimed she left happy, but maybe a little tired. No one lies that gently unless they're protecting something ugly. I drove to the lake before sunrise. The mist rolled low, hiding the surface. And then I heard it. The faint buzz of a phone trapped underwater. The divers pulled it out at dawn, screen flickering, still recording. The video showed nothing at first, only darkness, footsteps, the rush of breathing. Then a voice, male, controlled. He said, "You shouldn't have told her." She tried to say something, but the water spoke louder. When I played it again, the voice wasn't distorted. It was familiar, too familiar. I returned to the house with the audio in my pocket. The husband waited on the porch, pretending to be cooperative. Grief rehearsed, guilt disguised as exhaustion. He offered coffee again, same cup, same calm. I asked him about the phone. He said he never called her that night. But call logs don't lie. Timestamps do. 2 minutes after she vanished, his best friend's number dialed her phone. The same man sitting inside, comforting his wife, playing the role of family friend. I played the recording. His face didn't move. The wife's did. Her hand went to her mouth before her eyes could. When the voice echoed from the speaker, the room froze. No screaming, no confession, just the slow realization that every secret they'd buried had learned to breathe underwater. I didn't arrest them that night. Justice that fast would have been mercy. Instead, I let silence do the work. I leaked the audio to the press. By morning, the whole town had heard his voice. By evening, his business was gone, his friends vanished, and his wife couldn't look at him without trembling. He walked into the station 2 days later, carrying a confession written in shaking hands. Not out of guilt, out of exposure. When I asked him why, he said, "She found out about us. I just needed her to stop talking." I told him she hadn't stopped. Not really. Her voice had done what the law couldn't. It survived him. The lake is quiet again. They drained it for evidence, but it still smells like truth. Sometimes I drive past at night, headlights cutting through the mist. The house is empty now, windows boarded, stories sealed. People say the town has moved on. They haven't. You don't move on from something that learned your name. I filed the report, closed the case, turned off the recorder. Justice is just paperwork with a pulse. And when I looked at her recovered phone one last time, the final frame still played. The moon reflected in water, and her voice whispering, "Don't stop recording."